walking up the local beach, which is only 2 minutes away from the house, and I'm going to take you up to a piece of rough ground up there to show you some opium poppies. Normally at this time of year the beach is overgrown with all kinds of plants, but because it has been so dry this year, it's very barren looking at the moment. There's a bit more plant growth up this end of the beach. That is woody nightshade. Come out of the sun again. A bit further along is Viper's bugloss. And then we've got quite a lot of yellow-horned poppies along here. There. Behind Henry you can see the red valerian, which I've pointed out to you at Pevensey Castle, which is a naturalised garden plant and not the medicinal plant that we use. More yellow-horned poppies in amongst the red valerian. Actually, that's a lovely bush, that one. Let's have a look at that one. Oh, that's beautiful, that one. See the pretty flowers on there? And then the seed heads look like horns, which is why they're called yellow-horned poppy. Over there, where the Normans landed. In the distance is Hastings, right at the point. A bit closer to us is Beck's Hill. Then this area, this whole big area of land, is an area that was known as the Crumbles, part of Eastbourne, which they've now built a new development on, called Sovereign Harbour, which is where we live. As we were walking along, I noticed this big patch of sea kale here. Actually, you could probably eat quite well from plants growing on the beach, and also the mussels and clams and fish that get caught in the rock pool. But the sea kale you could eat just exactly as a vegetable if you wanted to. You wouldn't on this beach because unfortunately the dogs pee all over all the plants, so you wouldn't pick anything from the beach. But it's interesting to know that you wouldn't starve on the beach. Along this bank is mostly rape seed, which shouldn't be growing there really, but very excitingly, in the middle of the rapeseed is some field poppies. And growing beside the field poppies here is common mallow. The field poppies flowered earlier in the week, and poppy flowers don't last very long, so they're not very good at the moment, but you can just about probably see in this flower how beautiful the poppy flower is. Here's a little patch of chamomile growing along the bank. You can tell chamomile it's got medicinal value if you just squash the flower and smell it. Oh, it's lovely! It smells of crushed apples. It's so beautiful. Chamomile is one of the most useful plants that we have. It's got brilliant calming, relaxing, very good digestive properties, and because of the volatile oil that it contains, it's also got antibacterial properties. There was a little joke when we were at college and doing exams that if you really couldn't think of anything else to write in your exams as an answer, if you put yarrow or chamomile, the answer would be right, because they both do everything. But they are so pretty. They've got these very feathery, I hope you can see them, very feathery leaves, and then beautiful daisy-like flowers on top. But the giveaway, as to if they have medicinal value, is their smell when you crush them. They're so pretty, I love them. This is interesting. This is fennel, and we've just seen the chamomile over there. Just as I told you in the West Rise Marsh walk, very often in an area you will find plants growing with very similar properties. So the chamomile is a good digestive system herb, and also fennel is a brilliant digestive system herb. It calms and soothes the digestive system. In fact, chamomile and fennel you will find in baby colic mixtures, anti-colic mixtures. And then just over here there is horseradish, and the root of the horseradish obviously is made into a condiment to eat with meats, and the reason that is horseradish root has got very good digestive system properties and helps break down protein, and that's why it's added in with meat to help us digest our food better. Known as crumbles, and look at this beautiful expanse of flowers. Actually it helped a bit because we've had a couple of days of rain, so everything has cheered up a little bit. In the foreground here we've got mullein here, and we've got loads and loads of poppies stretching right down on the shingle. This is a form of sage called tucrium. Not very strong smelling, but if you wanted to, you could use it in cooking. I'm going to just chat a little bit about the poppies now. I think we'll go over to that patch over there because they're particularly pretty. Of course we're not allowed to use poppies medicinally because their active ingredients are so addictive. They contain morphine alkaloids and codeine, and it's the morphine that's addictive because it sits on the same nerve endings that our own natural body painkillers, which are called endorphins, sit in, and that's why they act as painkillers. Before the advent of modern painkillers, the opium poppy was the best analgesic in the herbal pharmacopoeia. The opium is extracted from the resin from the seed head, which is dried out, and it never fails to astound me to think, who on earth discovered that first? You know, how did the first human know to extract the resin from a poppy head, dry it and use it as a painkiller? Ancient man must have been so resourceful and so clever. But even the poppy heads are beautiful. The flowers are exquisite, and the poppy heads are beautiful, and I think that's why everybody paints them, really. Also, on this bit of shingle, there is the yellow mullein. Any plant which has got downy leaves and feels very soft to touch is probably a plant which contains something called mucilage. And mucilage is a substance from a plant which coats and protects mucous membranes in the body. What I do with the mullein is I come and pick the flowers, and then I make a syrup from them. I've told you before how to make a syrup, and it's quite easy. You put a handful of flowers in a jam jar, put a layer of sugar over the top, handful of flowers, layer of sugar, and then as it compresses down you keep topping it up with flowers and sugar, and then leave that to stand for about 3 weeks in sunlight, and strain the sugar syrup off that and keep it. It makes a fantastic winter cough mixture, and mullein is used for coughs. It's very, very soothing. If you want to know more about the actions of mullein and how I use it in my clinic, there will also be a write-up on the website explaining more fully what all the plants do that we see in our videos. We're walking towards a Martello Tower. These were built during the Napoleonic Wars as sea defences, and they stretch all along the coast here in East Sussex. You may be able to see one in the distance, probably 200 or 300 yards away, and in that direction you can't see it, but there's one probably about 200 or 300 yards away there, which is converted into a house. Whoa, the clouds look quite black. I think I'll go home.